Hello, 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 and good afternoon and good evening, everyone. So, my name is Ravi, and I'm going to be presenting today. So, today our topic is about security incident response, how we can accelerate our security incident response by using the security incident response service. So, as you can see on the agenda, we're going to talk about some challenges. So, what is the security incident response? Deep dive into it, integration with the guard duty, and also we're going to talk about your benefits as a customer benefit, and we're going to talk about the call to action as well, so what we can take back. So let's jump into it. So we're going to talk about some challenges first. So what are the challenges we are facing right now? So we have seen a lot of time, there's a growing number of incidents coming in, complexity, the AI is taking the world, and there's things coming. We don't know like what type of attacks are coming. So this is what we are talking about, our increasing volume of security alerts. So for example, I have seen that organization, they have multiple tools running, multiple tools ingesting the alerts. But when we look at the alerts, are we all looking into those alerts? They are from 100 to 200 per day. So are we looking into it? So need a rapid response. So we used to have a golden hour for the cybersecurity. Do we still have that? So this is the challenge now. And limited security expertise. I'm a security engineer myself. So am I keeping up to the skills I have? So these are the challenges I have. So for example, there is something new coming up. Am I gonna go and read up on straight away? So those are the challenges we are facing right now. But how can we tackle it? These are the things we're gonna talk about. So if you look at this screen up there. So there was a HackerBox survey done about, I think it was in 2024. So according to this, so there was a burnout. So the cyber security field, the teams, they were showing the burnout. So 84% of increase. This is huge when we look at the burnouts. So why is that? We don't have a staff, we don't have a right training, we don't have, but if you look at on the other side, there's a surge as well. So when we look at the surge, 600%, not 50%, not 20%. When we look at it, it's like a 600%. So if you're dealing with the 600% of surge of security incidents coming in, so what's going to happen with the team? So they are dealing with the firefighting right now. So when we are dealing with this type of stress, this type of cybersecurity alerts, this type of cybersecurity challenges, what's going to happen? Team going to burn out. Firefighting going on everywhere here, there. So they're going to burn out. So this brings us to the security incident response services. So what we are doing in the security incident response services. So we have the managed security incident response service. When we look at it, we are auto triaging. So we are triaging the alerts. So for example, if you have a guard duty enabled, and if you have security hub enabled, and we have other partner-led services integrated to the security hub, which is going to the guard duty, and we are ingesting that. So what it's doing is I'm going to talk about it in the next slide, actually. So, and then automated alert triaging. This is from the guard duty moving to the triaging part. So there's a less human involved. So we're going to involve the human where we need to. So we're going to find the false positive, true positive, which I can discuss in more details later on. And then you have a human. So where basically if you're reaching out or if you find out something is actually going on in your account, there's a human who's going to come and interfere, and he's going to reach out to you like, hey, there's a security incident going on, a security investigation going on. They're going to reach out to you. And then the streamlined case management, which is you have one portal where you're going to be looking at the alerts, incidents, and you're going to be managing everything. So one portal for everything. So moving forward, I'm just going to show you how does it work. Automated triage, which we were talking about, we're going to talk about this a lot because this is what the service is all about. So when we talk about the automated monitoring and the triaging, so basically what we are doing is we are prioritizing the alerts from the guard duty, security hub, and integrated third-party, the tools. So you can find the third-party tools which is integrated with the security hubs, which I will share the link with you later on. You can scan it, and you can go, there's a 14 partners which merge into it, and then anything coming from there, we are monitoring it, and we are triaging it. This brings us to the next page. So you have the permissions there. So when you sign up for the service, you have an option, you can provide us a permission, which help us to identify. We can provide the suppression filter, or we can contain this resources for you if we see something. So this is the big part there as well, the permissions. And then moving to the next phase, which is the faster access to the AWS security expert. So let's say there's something going on, you can reach out to us. There's going to be a human like me standing there who's going to be working on the service. So again, going deeper in the proactive monitoring. So as we discussed, as you signed up on the service, we have the guard duty, which is detecting it, and then we have a security hub, which is detecting it as well. So which is moving into the triage phase. So once there is alert, got triggered by the guard duty, security hub, and the third-party tools, it got to the triage space, where once we have the necessary permissions, once we have the triaging enabled, we are reviewing this thing, and we found something where we required the human investigation. We're going to bring the human investigation. If we require a false positive, if we see the false positive, we're going to move a suppression filter up there, or if it's a false negative, or if it's a true positive, then we're going to move to the next phase, which is the escalation phase. So when we say escalation phase, we're going to be reaching out to you as soon as we saw something. If we see something that is, it's anomaly there, we're going to be reaching out to you. There's something happening. We're going to involve you, and then we're going to move towards the investigation, escalation, and we're going to go towards the NIST phases, which we're going to talk about it. When we talk about the NIST phases, it's based on the NIST framework, as you can see on the screen. So we have the preparation phase, detect and analysis phase, which is the guard duty and the security hub. They're going through, going back there. The containment phase, eradication phase, and the recovery phase. This is where we're going to come in and help you out. Like, we found something, let's get it out from the system. So this is what is going on, and then we're going to move into the post-incident response, the activity. So once we have the whole incident finalized, we're going to go through it like what happened, kind of a root cause analysis. We're going to go through it. This is the NIST phase we are talking about. So moving forward, you should be thinking of what's happening under the hood, what they're talking about, the triaging. So we're going to go through it. Once you sign up for the service, once you give us all the necessary permissions, so we're going to start ingesting all your guard duty alerts, all your security hub alerts, and then you have a customer on. So there is two phases there. You have the customer on, which is on the top part up there. So there is the event bridge flooding, there's the guard duty alert, there's the event bridge, there's a workflow going to kick in, which is the event bridge. And this is the service on account. This is us at the bottom. So when we say this is us, we have our internal tools running, we have internal scripts running, which is going to run the service on Lambda, service on AWS step function. There's a lot of things happening. If we go through it, you will be amazed to see what we are doing at the back end. So once we detect something from there to this phase, and then it's going to move to the suppression logic. When we say suppression logic, if you remember, I was talking about in the previous slide, if we see something like, we have seen this IP before. We have seen what it can do maximum, or we have seen this IP doing something suspicious in the other account, or any other thing. If we think it's a true positive or false positive, we're going to make a judgment. We're going to put the suppression rule, and we're going to reach out to you like, this is what we have done in your account. Tell us if you agree on that. If not, then we can go through another phase, which is the investigation phase. But this is pretty quick. You think this is going in hours or something, but this is rapid. This is all happening within a minute. So, and then we see that the human intelligence, customer metadata, so this is all happening in there. So moving forward, you remember I was talking about the permissions earlier. So this is really good when it comes to permissions. So once you sign up, you have options there. You're going to be like, okay, we need maybe Mary Major. So only get the alerts for the investigation. You can do that. So you have a security team there, you have SOC team there, like all the new alerts coming in, any first thing, you don't want a CIO or CEO or anyone get those emails. So you can define those in there. And it's kind of a role-based access as well. This is us, we are reaching out to you. So when there is an investigation happening or there is an alert happening, we will reach out to whoever the person you have set up when it comes to the permissions. So on notification as well. So you want to reach out, you want us to reach out to the security team, we will reach out. And same thing, you can do it from your side as well. when it comes to the customer response portal. So you have the permissions there, role-based access. You can say that, well, security team, you only have access to create the investigation. You don't have access to read the investigation. I'm just saying, well, of course, they should be reading it. But yeah, so the same thing with Mary as well. Mary was like, well, she is a account team manager, or she only needs to know the numbers of how many incidents we have created. We can just provide the permissions there. So this is how you can define the permissions there. So moving forward, you have multiple options there. If once you sign up, you have 3 ways to raise a case with us. As in self-manage, as you can see at the bottom. So you can investigate within the team itself. If you think this requires further investigation, you can raise the case with us where the collaboration and communication comes in. And if, let's say, if you have partners, you can reach out to the partners. You can ask the partners, help us out. They can raise the case as well. And then on the top of that, AWS supported. So you can just directly reach out to us. There's multiple ways you can reach out to us. But end result will be, we will be helping out. So moving forward, what's in for you? So proactive tabletop exercises. So third-party tools, if you have the third-party tools there, you can plug it in. And self-manage, which we discussed that, it was self-managed. There's nothing you need to require self-managed investigation. You can do it internally, and you can raise it with us. And they have a centralized repository. When we say centralized repository, basically you have one piece, one pane of glass kind of a console there. You look at your investigation, you go there, and they're all linked together. So this is pretty cool. And our team, Customer Incident Response Service, this is what we do. We are available 24/7, all humans like me, and they're all skilled. So when we say skilled, if you remember the first slide, you were like, we have a new incident coming in. We are aware. We are looking at many things. We are looking at AWS accounts. We are pretty much on a training 24/7. We are looking at new threats coming in. We are talking to the multiple teams. What's going on? So, and then the containment and recovery, you don't have to worry about that. You have an expert team there who knows AWS in and out. They can help you out. What's going on? They can look at the logs. They can analyze the log for you, and they will help you out. This is our team is about. And when we talk about the value, if you remember that second slide, we were looking at the alerts. So do you really want to sit down, look at the thousands of alerts, and think of like, I don't know, if this alert is more severe or the other one is more severe, this is us. So you don't have to worry about that. So once you enable the service, this is us. You don't have to worry about anything. So everything will be set for you. So you don't have to do anything in the console. There's going to be auto triage. They're going to be coming to us. We will only reach out to you when we really need to. So that's one part is sorted. Accelerate every step. We talked about the NIST process. So we're going to go through the phases there. So there is no point like we will not reach out to you. This is all the phases we go through. Not any alert will come up. We will say, well, we contained it. We have done the investigation. It has gone through the auto triage. It has gone through the phases. And in the end, you have the improved security posture. So, and that being said, that's the end of the presentation. Please make sure once you go there, scan it, you learn about the service more, and I will leave it there for a couple of seconds there if you want to take a picture or later on. And if you guys have any questions later on, I will be standing next to the stage. And please do reach out to me for the next 5 minutes. And thank you again. And when you have a time, please fill up the survey.